Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A recent carjacking case is highlighting how federal agents are cracking down, giving would-be thieves a reason to think twice. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Here at 6, I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. And a carjacking is not normally a federal crime, but it can quickly become one. Sean Lay live with a big example of that just happened not too long ago. Sean.
You're correct, Devin. Listen, at the 6 o'clock hour, two things really jump out about this case. One is not becoming a carjacking target. The other is how the feds are going after these cases. Let's take you to March 19th of this year, 11:50 at night. Two men wearing masks, armed with brand new handguns, rob and carjack a man at an ATM on Detroit's west side. This criminal complaint details not just how the FBI and Detroit police caught the carjackers, but how creative federal prosecutors are when it comes to charging carjackers with federal crimes, including the Chrysler 300 that was carjacked. It was manufactured in Canada. Taking a vehicle transported, shipped, or received is a violation of interstate commerce. Getting back to this crime, Local 4 crime and safety expert Darnell Blackburn talks to us about not becoming a carjacking target.
Don't go at night. I mean, I don't know what you're paying for at night. You know, most of us use debit cards nowadays, and those are just as good as cash, but the biggest and best thing is not to go to the ATM at night, no matter where you are.
The feds say the men charged in this carjacking, Curtis Crawford and Jaylon Williams, allegedly carjacked the man right in front of this camera. The feds could clearly see their handguns. Tips to Detroit police led investigators to the pair, where they found that a girlfriend bought the handguns for the two men. The feds say police interviewed both men, and when presented with this mountain of evidence, the FBI says the men confessed to the carjacking. Back here live, Curtis Crawford, one of the defendants in the case. He had a detention hearing downtown at federal court, and we have learned he's being held without bond tonight. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
All right, Sean.
Accusers stepping forward to testify today against a local hockey doctor accused of sexually abusing young athletes. Jacqueline Francis was there for the preliminary hearing of Dr. V. Levrin. And Jacqueline, these witnesses, they got very specific on the stand today.
Yeah, that they did, and we heard a lot of consistency among the testimonies today. The accusers painting a clear picture, showing Dr. Levrin as exploiting a position of trust, not only as a medical professional, but as a mentor from their youth hockey days. 4 witnesses with 4 similar stories. The accusers all met Drs. V. Levrin through youth hockey organizations in high school. The alleged sexual abuse began when they were young adults, seeking medical treatment from Levrin for various ailments and injuries. The youngest of the 4 said he was 19 when it happened, telling the court Levrin performed oral sex on him during a hip exam at his home office in Farmington Hills last fall. Levrin said not to tell anyone.
Told me he had a wife and family, not to say anything.
The witness reported it to police, setting off a domino effect with more accusers coming forward.
It wasn't until I saw this targeted ad and read about the other accusations that I realized that there was a pattern here, and there was other people that he had seemed to be targeting as well, which is why I chose to come forward.
Other allegations included inappropriate touching, unnecessary prostate exams, and naked yoga sessions.
When that started happening, I was kind of in shock. I couldn't really believe that he was touching it like that.
The expert witness, a top urologist, also took the stand, giving his professional opinion on Levrin's behavior.
Unethical and unacceptable.
Witness testimony will pick up tomorrow morning. As it stands, Dr. Levrin has pleaded not guilty to all 31 counts of sexual abuse. His bond is set at $3 million. Reporting live in Farmington Hills, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you.
Congresswoman Debbie Dingell says she is not going to be running for the Senate seat coming open when Senator Debbie Stabenow retires. Dingell says after much consideration, she decided she can best serve Michigan in the U.S. House. So far, Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin is the only prominent Democrat to declare a run. Senator Stabenow is retiring next year.
The Wayne County morgue is the target of a new lawsuit by some families who are upset that their loved ones' deaths were reclassified. The lawsuit says Isaiah White and Kenesha Coleman's deaths were initially ruled homicides, then later changed to suicides. The families believe there's an element of bias involved. Victor Williams is live with more on this story. Victor, these are pretty serious allegations here.
Yes, Kimberly, very serious allegations coming from multiple families, and it's all in this newly filed lawsuit.
We have been living a nightmare for the past 18 months, and we want the truth.
The family of Isaiah White says it's been rough ever since Isaiah was shot in the back of the head with a shotgun and killed. But they say things got even worse when the classification of his death was allegedly changed from a homicide to a suicide.
To lose that son, that's one thing. But it's another thing to have 3 police officers arrive at the scene of the crime and say that it was a murder. And then without our knowledge, they change his cause of death to a suicide and throw our story under the rug.
Other families are said to have been going through the exact same thing, like the loved ones of Kenesha Coleman and Kevin Simeon.
Basically, I saw my own son's murder, and they did not take the lead.
The lawyer in the suit, Dion Webster Cox, says the medical examiner's office is to blame and believes it's all a part of a bigger picture.
What's going on in the Wayne County Medical Examiner's office? And the question is there some type of conspiracy? And the only thing that we're left to do is to speculate.
Now, neither DPD nor the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office is commenting on the matter due to the pending litigation. Victor Williams, Local 4.
I can understand the family's frustration, that's for sure. Victor, thanks.
By the end of today, hundreds of thousands of Michiganders may have their criminal records wiped clean. State launched its new automatic expungement program today. It is part of a law enacted back in 2020. Software will search the state's criminal database system every day and automatically expunge some convictions. There are qualifications to be eligible based on how much time has lapsed since sentencing. State estimates this will help, though, about 1 million people, 400,000 today alone.
Well, I think it's a great idea because there's a lot of people like me that many years ago got in trouble for whatever reason, youthful offenders, that they are condemned to this for the rest of their lives.
People who think they qualify can check the internet database to see their public record, but you should note that to do that, there is a $10 fee.
Michigan's state flower, the traffic cone, is in full bloom as Governor Gretchen Whitmer kicks off construction season today. The I-96 modernization project will cover 12 miles between Kent Lake Road and the 275-696 M5 interchange. The goal is to create a flex lane that will open during busy traffic periods. She met with project managers from the Michigan Department of Transportation and workers today in Novi.
We're fixing our roads and bridges the right way, meaning we're using the right mix and materials and we're building them to last. So we won't be back here for 30 years is the plan.
Project is part of Governor Whitmer's $3.5 billion Rebuilding Michigan plan to fix roads across the state. This construction project alone will create more than 3,400 jobs.
Spectacular day, the kind of day we've been waiting for outside as much as we could today, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Just trying to soak it all in. Let's get over to Kim Adams.
Yes, apparently everyone here went on a little walk today. And
yeah, the newsroom.
You went too. Everybody went. Everybody went. Were we not invited?
Yeah, we weren't invited.
Oh, you weren't invited either. Then I don't feel so bad. Everyone's talking about this walk all day long. Did you hear about the walk? We all went on a walk. Everyone went on a walk. It's like, I didn't go on a walk. All right, 73 in Detroit. I'm going to let it go now. 72 in Howell, 71 in Pontiac, low 70s in Adrian. What a beautiful day. We've got temperatures in the low 70s. Still hanging on to 76, though, at City Airport, but everywhere else, anywhere from 70 to about 73 degrees. Our My Pick of the day, this is Linus, sent to us from Grosse Pointe Farms. How cute is he? Adopted from the Michigan Humane. All right, tomorrow is going to be, if it's even possible, better than today. Sunshine all day long. It'll still be a little bit breezy, but not quite as windy as today, with highs into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. You can take a sneak peek at the extended forecast if you'd like to, just by going to our Forewarned Weather app. You can also upload photos of your pets. Today is National Pet Day, and we'd love to see your pets here. Just go to your favorite app store, type in WDIV.
Hey, Kim, still ahead. When your child is having a meltdown, digital devices can come in handy, but handing them a phone or a tablet could set them back in some big ways. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with new research for parents.
Also coming up, a special moment of discovery on the floor of Lake Superior. What shipwreck hunters just found, bringing them one step closer to solving a mystery that's more than 100 years old.
As we go to break, it's National Pet Day, and lots of people are sending in my pics of their furry family members. We've loved looking at every single one of them, just like this one. Here's Ollie from South Lyon with his fresh haircut. And we've got a few more, Devin.
How about Harvey? Harvey's apparently going incognito, a.k.a. Harvey the Harv, who happens to be a Havanese, ready for all the sunshine we're getting. You can share your pet pics by scanning the QR code that you see here, or just go to clickondetroit.com/mypics/pets.